Intoxicating. I don't know if it's like your book, but it's Chaitanya Mangal here. You might just have to hear it. I don't know. It's in the Sutra Kanda. It says it's like towards the beginning of the book. Gauranga tells why he descends. So Murari Gupta continues narrating to Damodar Pandit. After Narada's departure, the Lord thought to himself and then announced to his beloved associates, "Listens carefully as I explain why I incarnate on earth. The Lord, the greatest of all controllers, always thinks about the welfare of the world. He was surrounded by Radharani on his right side and Rukmini on his left. All the delightful queens and dear associates and intimate followers were also present. They were all eager to listen to the Lord's nectarian words. Millions of eyes were not enough to appreciate the unique beauty of the Lord's face. As many chakora birds... Oh, hey, somebody was thinking ahead here. Huh? You want me to? Oh, I didn't invite you. That's the thing yet. I was waiting. All right. Here, I'll invite you now. Here we go. All right, now you should be able to get on. Oh, there you are. So, as many chakora birds hanker after the rays of the moonlight, similarly their eyes were thirsty to drink the nectar of the moonlight face of Gauranga. Revealing the Oh, you're going to have to close the door, I'm sorry. And maybe lower that a little bit. And I also, if that doesn't work, I got some nice headphones too that work good. Revealing the purpose of his incarnation to all, his eternal associates, Lord Caitanya said, "In every age I appear to deliver the saints and to reestablish religion. Without understanding the purpose of my advent, the ignorant people continue to commit sinful activities." This reminds me of Jesus so much, Jesus said, "The only sin is unbelief in me." See, unbelief in the Lord. And that's so true, because if you just surrender to the Lord, one of the incarnations, if it's Jesus or Krishna or Chaitanya like this, and that's really that's what keeps us clear and clean and squeaky clean. So in every age I appear in the material world to deliver the saints and reestablish religion. Without understanding the purpose of my advent, the ignorant people continue to commit sinful activities. It hurts me that after such a yuga, sinful activities increase with the progress of the ages. Seeing the appalling condition of Kali Yuga, I feel compassionate and personally incarnate in order to manifest my love. Oh, Shannon, thank you for coming there, Shannon, if you're still here. I will personally teach the people the difference between religion and irreligion. I will give them the most difficult to attain jewel of prema bhakti. See, I will give them. See, this love of God. Oh, brother, man. Who could that be? Margaret? All these obstacles sometimes. I will personally teach the people the difference between religion and irreligion. I will give them the most difficult. Okay, read that. I'll appear as the son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata. In my previous incarnations, I killed the demons, but as Lord Gauranga, I'll conquer them with my love. Wow. In my other incarnations, I took fierce forms and powerful weapons to obliterate many huge and invincible demons. In Kali Yuga, however, I'll use the weapon of my transcendental holy names, qualities, and the potency of my prema bhaktas, pure devotees. I'll conquer the people's demoniac mentalities and award them devotional service to Radha and Krishna. Now, without considering anything else, everyone just come with me and will destroy the sinful activities of the age of Kali. Powerful chopper of Nam Sankirtan. I'll cut the hard knots of the demoniac desires from the hearts of everyone. Even if sinners reject religion or flee to foreign countries, still they will get the mercy. And my generals or Senapati Bhakta to go there and deliver them. Oh, military field commander. So Lord Caitanya will empower his own devotee to spread Krishna consciousness around the world. I will inundate the entire universe with my love. Not or lamentation will remain. I will freely give my ecstatic love to the demigods and all moving and non-moving living entities. See, I will freely give. Hear that? I will freely give my ecstatic love. Lochan Das happily sings about the appearance of Lord Caitanya. In this way, Lord Gauranga revealed his reason for coming to the earth planet. Meanwhile, playing his Veena, Narada Muni traveled on, enraptured in Krishna prema. His eyes became moistened with tears, impairing his sight. He stumbled and staggered like a drunken man. Indeed, he was intoxicated with Gauranga prema. After taking a few steps forward, he would fall backwards to his starting point. In a voice choking with ecstasy, he uttered the names of Krishna and collapsed on the ground. He slowly picked himself up with great difficulty. Okay, let's drink in the name a little bit here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Ooh.
Get a little jolt, did you?
Yeah. uh,
I'm
hmm.
afraid I'm being a little greedy tonight. I was asking him to kind of give us a good stomping.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, hey man, that's awesome. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Narada visits Lord Balaram. While contemplating the blissful form of Gauranga within his heart, Narada roared like a lion. He was oblivious to outsiders and failed to recognize his friends. He could only see Gauranga, whose bodily effulgence was shining like millions of suns within everyone. Beholding this beautiful form, Narada Muni traveled throughout the airways to Svetadweep, the abode of Lord Balaram. Gentle breezes carrying the sweet fragrance of celestial flowers greeted the sage. Strands of pearls were hung across everyone's doorway. Old age, invalidity, disease, lamentation, and death were non existent in the environment, surcharged with pure goodness. All the residents shared feelings of mutual friendship. The presence of Lord Baladev, the predominating deity within the ocean of milk, he was felt everywhere. Due to this, everyone had an attractive and pleasing personalities. Considering himself blessed to see this, Narada Muni said to himself, thought to himself, soon with my own eyes I will see the Lord of the three worlds, and in ecstasy I will fall at his lotus feet. Lord Balaram Roy assists Lord Krishna in his unlimited pastimes. The presence of Baladev, the predominating deity within the ocean of milk, was felt everywhere. Due to this, everyone had attractive and pleasing personalities. And that's really interesting when you go to Mayapur, even Vrindavan also. A lot of people, their personalities change there. They become naturally pleased and pleasing. I've seen this with my own eyes, especially in Mayapur. People become really like naturally. I mean, they can unless they're real, real. Yeah, I don't know, weird. Mm. Because the atmosphere is just filled with Gauranga's presence. Mm. We kind of create that here in our sadhu sanghas. We don't create it; we just tune into it. That's really more it. Mm. Lord Balaram Roy assists Lord Krishna in his unlimited pleasure pastimes on earth. He also kills many demons. Balaram expands himself in 3 forms to render loving service to Krishna. Ananta, one of Balaram's expansions, holds one universe upon each of his thousands of unlimited heads. He is the supreme controller, staying at the center of Svetadweep, performing many joyful pastimes. Lord Balaram serves Lord Krishna as his bed, seat, umbrella. At the time of the flooding of the universe, he becomes the banyan leaf to carry baby Krishna. When the Lord fights, Balaram becomes his transcendental weapons. In so many ways, Balaram expertly serves the Lord. In one expansion, he serves the Lord, in another, he supports the universe. This is my dear Lord Balaram. He is the master of the 3 worlds. I will see him in the middle of the milk ocean and tell him the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These 2 lords have one mind, just like the king and his minister. Direct and partial expansions of these 2 lords will also descend on the earth. While absorbed in these thoughts, Narada Muni joyfully entered the palace. He saw the beautiful moonlight white form of Lord Balaram, the Lord of the 3 worlds, surrounded by his intimate associates. Sitting upon a pure white throne, Lord Balaram looked as majestic as a mountain. He had a gentle nectarian smile on his finely shaped lips. His lotus eyes with reddish hue were rolling as if in intoxication. He spoke in a faltering voice. With half-closed eyes, he cast a furtive, indifferent glances. Jeweled necklaces of pearls, coral, and rubies hung around his neck. Other costly ornaments remained hidden under his clothes. Leaning against the bolster, Lord Balaram held up his head with his left hand and held Revati's hand with his right hand. Revati was folding tambula betel nut refreshments and putting them in his mouth. She gazed at her lord with looks of love. Many maidservants, their bangles and waist bells chiming melodiously, happily fanned the divine couple with charmer whisks. At that time, Narada, his veena vibrating attractively, arrived before Lord Balaram. Overwhelmed with ecstatic love, Narada lost his balance and fell on the ground. Quickly the Lord lifted Narada and put him on his lap and pacified him with kind and affectionate words. I am eager to hear from you. Respectfully, the sage replied, My lord, what can I say? Since you are the super soul, you already know everything that is within my heart. So just say whatever you want. The age of Kali is full of the most heinous and sinful activities. People don't know how to be delivered. Feeling compassion for them, my Lord decided to appear on earth to reestablish religious principles and maintain his devotees. You want to do a little kirtan there, Sachi? Are you inspired to do that? Or? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You can do it wherever you want. Actually, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, wherever you want.
It's okay if you don't want to. It's changing your mind.
Maybe let's wait a little bit because I'm
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, wait a little bit on this. We'll chant a little bit japa and also read a little bit. Let's chant a little japa now, meditating on this. Breathe in the Lord, breathe in His transcendental presence. He's everywhere. Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nitai, 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 Nitai Gora, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Chaitanya, Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Shri 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 Krishna, Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Hare, Shri Krishna, Krishna, Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna.
Tickle there for you, huh?
You know, this Krishna consciousness is just about drinking, man. Just drinking in the you know, the wonderful presence of the Lord. This is our maintenance. This is devotee maintenance. You know, it's to get intoxicated on the Lord in His holy name, His qualities, His devotees. This is our maintenance. Seems crazy to people, huh?
I don't see how people can live without it.
Yeah, once you get a taste of it, because
I so look forward to, just coming and being with you and Sachi and and hoping that others are going to join us so that the relishing gets stronger and spread out amongst others. And I'm just so thankful that we get this opportunity,
Yeah.
especially when he decided to give us a little tickle, and all of a sudden for about 20 minutes you feel like you're going to laugh and cry and everything all at one time. Just so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so rare. This kind of love, this kind of devotion, it's just so rare, and people, if it's going to be popular, it's just, devotees will just have to drink and drink and drink. And, then it's the Lord's will if people start appreciating, It's just like a sacrifice. You just have to keep worshiping the Lord like this, and the Lord will handle things. He's going to handle them.
Yeah, yesterday on Delaware, down the road, I mean, it was horrendous. Just a mess. And I'm chanting along, and I swear, Gaurahari, it was as if Nityananda appeared in the seat right next to me. He turned his head and looked at me and goes, "Everything's okay. Just keep chanting." And and then disappeared. And I'm going down the road, and I'm, Hare Krishna. And I started, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. And tears started falling out of my eyes. I had to pull the truck over to wipe off my eyes because I couldn't see. And I was so thankful.
Yeah, you can even get experiences just from reading the literature too. I was talking to this woman who had a little child, and after a little while it got kind of plain, and so then I got the Chaitanya Church out, and just reading a couple of verses just lifted right up.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
You're muted, Gaurahari.
The glories of Gauranga's associates. Following Mahaprabhu's orders, his various associates appeared on earth with new names and identities. Mahesh Thakur, Lord Shiva, took the name of Kamalakshana, that's Dvaitacharya, and appeared in the Brahmana family. He received the title of Dvaitacharya upon completing his study of the Vedas. That great personality, previously known as Maheshvara, was completely situated in the mode of goodness, yet people of the world called it the mode of ignorance. See, because he was intoxicated with this bhakti, and it looks like you're drunk, So they thought, oh, this guy is drunk on wine. See, because this bhakti, it looks like that. And he was known to be always, or a lot in that state, like Nityananda was also. A lot of people thought Nityananda was in a mode of ignorance. Anytime you see a real devotee who is manifesting relish in their relationship with the Lord, especially publicly, many people will criticize them. Many people will criticize them, especially if they're teachers and stuff like that. Student communities, people who think they know everything about bhakti. Criticize. And that's one of the obstacles you have to get through to get that association of devotees. Because even the people that are being respected as teachers and all that often go against the devotees who are relishing this kind of stuff, this level here. So just like the whole student community turned against Lord Caitanya, a whole Brahmin community turned against the Dvaitacharya when he wanted to associate with Haridas Thakur, who, the Brahmin community wanted to excommunicate the Dvaitacharya. He said, one devotee like Haridas is worth 10 million Brahmins, man. What do I care? See, that's like passing a test. But a lot of people can't pass the test. Public opinion is really tough. Most people couldn't pass the test with Jesus. Most turned against him. Actually, even his disciples, they lost faith because the Maya protects this bhakti, actually, and actually the only the only way to get it, intense desire for it and faith in the devotees. If we are fortunate to ever see a living devotee relishing or follower of the devotees who have got this grace and this mercy, and we have faith in them and remain faithful, this is how the Lord gives himself to such persons, he said. That's just how it works. That's why, you have to pass the test of public opinion. The public will turn against this because that's the Maya. Maya is public. It's the way the modes of nature work against this Shuddha Bhakti that Lord Caitanya brought. It's given as a gift. So ultimately we just need faith in it, faith in the devotees. Even though the public turns against them, even though leaders turn against them. I mean, it's amazing. People may think when I preach like this that I'm so off. But, I'm so on, according to the Vedas. I mean, God, I quote the stories of Bali Maharaj. He had to literally turn against his guru. And his guru was going to curse him and everything. But look what he did to get this jewel of bhakti. See? The wives of the Brahmins, they were trying to forcefully restrain them, but they would not be restrained. They left and went to associate with the cowherd boys. See? So that's the deeper purport and conclusion of the Vedas that we preach here. And for those who have the strength, real intense desire, they can get through. Because you'll hear that purport that gets you through. Bali Maharaj was instructed by Prahlad Maharaj, a pure devotee, and got him through even the guru, his guru, who turned against Shuddha Bhakti. Many teachers and even gurus are against Shuddha Bhakti. You think, well, how can that be? Well, our Vedas are filled with so many examples of that. Devananda Pandit was against Shuddha Bhakti. Devananda Pandit was a guru. He was a teacher of Bhagavatam. He had disciples. He was humble as pie. But he was unfavorable to ecstatic devotion that Lord Caitanya brought here. And he had Srivas Thakur thrown out of his class for manifesting ecstatic love. So that's the what happens. Most people don't know what ecstatic love is. That's why if you wonder why we don't have droves of people here, people think it's weird. See, but it's so funny. We're reading all about it. Balaram and Nityananda sitting on his throne, his eyes are rolling around as if intoxicated. We're reading about it. It's all in Chaitanya Bhagavat, all in Chaitanya Leela, Chaitanya, all of this wonderful ecstatic devotion's all there. But if people see it in a Sangha, oh, that's weird. We're only supposed to read about it. Let's not see the demonstration, man. No. That's too much, man. Just keep it on the bookshelf, man. We don't want to, read it in the book. We'll read it and not hear it and not even see it. See? But the test is always, what do you do when you see devotees that are intoxicated on the name of God? What do you do? Yeah. See? So that's what it comes down to, ultimately.
Just be thankful.
Exactly. If you, if you can. See? But see, these are the deeper purports to know to get through these obstacles. And that's why the ecstatic devotees get us through. They point out these deeper purports. They're all in our literatures. But like we were studying now, Bhakti Vinod Thakur's work, where Sri Krishna Samhita said the acharyas generally show more mercy to the neophytes because they cannot understand the deeper purport. See, so they just write about historical, Lord Caitanya, historical, there's, more superficial, more cultural, more how it's related to Varnashram Dharma. And the devotees, the beginners, think, oh, this attracts them. Oh, rules and regulations and Vaidhi Bhakti and all of that. But the deeper purports is what gets you through from the level of Vaidhi Bhakti to the level of taste and ras. See? So whoever's ready will meet devotees who bring them through, which are very rare. As far as I can see. So let's chant this wonderful name a little bit here. Where's my beat-back? Here we go. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Chant the holy names. Chant your favorite name. Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Just surrender to the name. Surrender to the name. The name is God. Surrender, pay obeisances. Relish the name. Breathe in the name. Drink the name. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gaurahari, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gaurahari, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. The greatest service we can do, the most glorious service that we can do, or the ultimate service, when the Lord graces us, is just to relish His name. That is the greatest service. It is just, you think, well, that's just relish His name, taste His name. But that is the greatest service. That purifies the planet. It's like it opens a portal, and the Lord just funnels through the vibration of pure devotional service on this planet. It washes over the devotee, the chanter, purifies everything from within, outside, and then purifies the whole atmosphere. It gives people a taste of the bliss of what is God, if they even see it. It also pulls out all the pus and the poison that lies in the hearts that are dirty. Shiva was asked to drink this ocean of poison because no one else could do it. Shiva is such a great devotee, a very deep devotee, very rasic devotee. So only he could. Are you okay? Yeah, good. Move around a little bit. Yeah, so he can only drink that ocean of poison. The poison was generated from the Lord and the devotees doing some kind of seva, like this. See? And so Shiva had to drink that. But that's what happens when devotees actually preach pure devotional service in this world by tasting it. It brings out a lot of poison in people, and that's the part of it. It's part of the, this is like Haridas Thakur he's chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy, chanting and chanting. And it's bringing the poison out too of people, as well as also people that are attracted, that are, like it polarizes. But it brought out a lot of poison. He had to take a lot of whipping on his back. But the Lord said, I took it for you. See? So that's what bhakti does. It gives one the power to engage in this kind of service. It's a kind of a unique thing, an important thing. Okay? So either the Lord with his devotees, they have to serve here, relish their relationship here with each other, and this purifies the planet. Very necessary. Otherwise, the modes of nature just take over, and just everybody gets so polluted, so lost. So lost without this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna. Let's read some of the glories of the holy name, the Shastastika prayers. Let's hear what Lord Caitanya thinks about the glories of the holy name. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. This is the final conclusion. Final conclusion of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the holy name. This is Shastika Prayers, chapter 20, last chapter. I'll just start reading. Only the most fortunate will relish the mad words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which were mixed with jubilation, envy, agitation, submissiveness, and grief, all produced by ecstatic and loving emotions. All glories to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Lord Nityananda, and all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thus resided at Jagannath Puri, Nilachal, he was continuously overwhelmed day and night by separation from Krishna. Day and night he tasted the transcendental blissful songs and verses with his two associates, namely Swarab Damodar Goswami Ramananda Roy. Okay. Day and night he tasted the transcendentally blissful songs and verses. See? So the Lord came to help us relish our love that way. See? Through his songs of devotees, anything composed by a devotee, whether it's a song or a verse, or an outburst of ecstatic emotion, all of this is transcendental. It stimulates and awakens bhakti. That's why devotees and saints who have a relationship with God, whether they're Krishna devotees or Ram devotees or devotees of Jesus, that they have a real transcendental relationship with God, everything they say is very precious. Okay? And the Lord in everyone's heart likes to hear from his devotees, and he wakes up in the hearts. That's why devotees are really important to be roaming around the world, because they provide true auspiciousness in the world. See, because whatever they say, whatever they teach, whatever they share, whatever their devotional service is, it helps wake up the Lord in the heart in a way that nothing else will. Really. Pure devotional service, not mixed with other stuff. You can only relish these verses if the potency of pure devotional service is given, in the heart. Then it's just like being there, right there, Arjun. So he relished, Lord Caitanya relished the symptoms of various transcendental emotions such as jubilation, lamentation, humility, anxiety, grief, eagerness, and satisfaction. See, so in the spiritual dimension, there's spiritual emotions like this, but they're all pure and transformations of ecstasy. That's why ultimately you have to meet a Vaishnava that is, you can be self-realized on a level of Brahman, but even a person like that has to meet a Vaishnava who has experience with this potency. Because otherwise you think, what? These emotions? That's all Maya. That's part of the material world, Right? But it's not. So Vaishnavas have to, those who have experience with transcendental mellows, that's true. He would recite his own verses, expressing their meanings and emotions, and thus enjoy tasting them with these two friends. He enjoyed it. It's a higher enjoyment, tasting these verses. Sometimes the Lord would be absorbed in a particular emotion and would stay awake all night reciting related verses and relishing their taste. In great jubilation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "My dear Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, know from me that chanting the holy names is the most feasible means of salvation in this age of Kali." See, and this is not non-sectarian. A lot of people say, "Oh, chanting Krishna's name." Well, yeah, chanting Krishna's name, chanting Ram's name, whatever you're a devotee of, whatever the Lord places in our destiny. If it's Jesus, yeah, chanting Jesus's name. So many Christians are coming to the point of ecstasy, chanting Jesus's name. They say, "Well, we don't have to chant." No, they're chanting. You're chanting. If you're a Christian watching this, yeah, you are chanting. You every time you chant a verse about Jesus, what he said, all these sayings, what the devotees glorify Jesus. When you chant that, when you say that before an audience or yourself or a tree even, you're chanting. Chanting the holy name is the most feasible way because it awakens that devotion. If you're a devotee of Jesus, it awakens this love for Christ, love for Krishna, love for Ram, love for God. Okay. So the Lord, even 500 years ago, he's speaking rightly, even for now. See, chanting the holy name of the Lord. In this age of Kali, the process of worshiping Krishna is to perform the sacrifice by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Okay? So yes, and a lot of people see, if you're a sectarian still mindset, sectarian Christian or a sectarian Krishna devotee, you'll think, you see, it says, if you don't chant Krishna's name, you won't be delivered. And you'll say, see that Christian, he's not delivered, even though that Christian may be totally ecstatic because he has firm faith in Jesus. See? It's just kind of the way things are written in various disciplic lines. They use, like they're worshiping Krishna here and all, and so they use that name. And often people get lost in those translations and become sectarian and have hatred for people who are doing the same thing, but in another religion. See? So ecstasy is the symptom of worshiping an incarnation of God. And that's why I say, Jesus is an incarnation. He produces ecstasy in his devotees who have firm faith in him, who are ready for that, who like that way of worship. Not everybody does. Just like in Vaishnavism, not everybody likes this kind of worship that we do here. They think it's weird. Amongst the Christians who are really ecstatic and they're playing like children and everything, and even though Jesus says you must become like a little child to enter the kingdom, many Christians, probably most, do not like that childlike behavior. It's just not normal. Same thing with Vaishnavas. They just don't like this laughing and crying and just eyes rolling around from intoxication and hair standing on end. And they just don't like it. Most Vaishnavas, more than the Christians actually. Even though our whole scriptures are based on ecstatic devotion. If Lord Caitanya didn't come here and relish like what we're really reading here, the holy name and the verses and everything, and get so ecstatic, we wouldn't even be here worshiping Krishna. It's all based on ecstasy of worship. This kind of worship, it gives the power to push forward this truth in this world. It overcomes the illusion and the Maya that's trying to hide it. See, the Maya is always trying to hide this truth of ecstatic worship of God. See, and the devotees uncover it by their boldly relishing this kind of bhakti, and if eventually clears away all the misconceptions and illusions that actually even devotees have, that are Christians or Vaishnavas. The qualities that manifest and sprout from engaging over and over again in pure devotional worship are it becomes like, wow, must be true. This is really good. Even demons demoniac persons who are angry, hateful, all this begin to surrender to it. They think, wow, that's really beautiful. Wow, I feel relief even. Wow, look at these qualities. See, Lord Caitanya did Sankirtan over and over again with his devotees. And the more the devotees did this, the more beautiful qualities of godlike qualities sprouted in them, more power to overcome this Maya. It says it. This is a conclusion in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The more they tasted this ecstatic worship, the more it increased. The more it increased their numbers even. Okay? The more it overcame the illusion and the Maya of more people who think otherwise, that think that there are other more important things. You know, the Lord disappeared when Advaitacharya sent a poem, a sonnet to him, saying, you know, Advaitacharya, myself, I'm mad in ecstatic love because of you and all of that you did. And not only me, these whole villages are for even forgetting about eating. They just want to engage in the kirtan and relish the names. So rice is no longer in demand in the marketplace. See, rice is very valuable because it keeps people alive, and the rice was I guess, a very important commodity back then. Even though I don't even eat this stuff now because supposedly it causes a sugar problem. But rice is no longer in demand in the villages because they're living on the kirtan. They're just wild and ecstatic relish of the holy names, and that's when the Lord disappeared. He figured, well, the mission is accomplished, and the Dvaita is sending me off to another planet, another universe. Time to go to another universe and have these nice, tasty pastimes again and teach the world. So Lord Caitanya came. See, now what we're talking about here are the deeper purports. We're not talking about for neophytes. I mean, although neophytes or anybody, beginners, are welcome to listen. See, because we're talking the deeper purport. We're not just glorifying Varnashram Dharma as the ultimate goal and all that stuff. That's all external bhakti. We're talking about the essence of why Lord Caitanya came here. He came to drink and taste this nectar of worship of the Lord in ecstasy in this drunken, wild, boisterous, outlandish, outrageous, childlike, wonderful way. That's Vrindavan. He came to share that. And ultimately, it's not coming, it has, if it's going to be shared again, because people have forgotten what that was. People don't even remember now. They don't, even though they're reading about Vrindavan and all of this, it hasn't registered. See, until they see devotees in that mood and relishing and preaching that way, preaching by tasting this bhakti. See, like this verse. This is a wonderful verse here we'll read. I'll read you the verse. It's the very first verse in this nectar moon of Lord Caitanya, Chaitanya Chandramrita. by Prabodhananda Saraswati. Matter of fact, he starts out, "Oh my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love, flowing constantly when I chant your holy names?" This is 500 years ago. They're preaching like this. Now, if you see a devotees whose eyes are decorated with ecstatic love, people hate them for it, usually, often. Oh, he's a sahaja. Oh, he's a pretender. Just like they did back then. Okay? But still, you have to have this mood, this desire. Do you think that way now, Arjai? Do you think like, oh Lord, I really want you? What do you think?
I think I'm so fortunate that I'm about ready to bust open in tears.
Yeah, you see, that's the greed we need, to have. See, I don't know. Ever since I came to the movement in 1980, when I look at these books, I see it's like transports me right to there, and it's like, and then I see the preaching now, 500 years later. It's like so different. They're preaching Varnashram Dharma, and then I read the book, and it says, Lord Caitanya says to Ramananda Roy, tell me something more than Varnashram Dharma. That's the perfection life. He said that's external bhakti. So I'm reading where the deeper purport, but yet what's being preached is something different. It's like the external is different, and that's okay, because that's what the acharyas do to bring the neophytes, more neophytes and beginners. We all need some footing, so we have to come. But, I don't know. I've been inspired to share what I see now, and Prabhupada told me to do that. Lucid dream. So I do. See, God, look at these wonderful verses. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes? If anybody's a devotee of God, I don't care if you're a Christian or a Vaishnava, if you're not thinking, oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be? I think of this every day. Not just once, it's every day. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy names? When will my voice choke up? When will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? Oh, Govinda, feeling separation from you, I consider a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. Okay, that's the devotional service the Lord came to give in charity. And he's still giving in charity when you meet the devotees and you like their preaching. you appreciate, you give honor to it, and then you get it in charity. If you think, oh, I can attain it by my own big sadhana, my own 1 lakh, 2 lakh, boy, look how great it is. I chant 1 lakh a day, man. I'm so austere. And if you think like that, boy, the Lord will teach you a lesson. It comes in charity. By meeting the devotees, he empowers with this kind of devotion. And then just by giving honor to it, you get it effortlessly, without charge. Because the Lord is very capable. It's not your big sadhana that's going to awaken it. Believe me, it's the Lord's mercy. And you just having this mood. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears? So let us glorify the boundlessly merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Prince of Raj, to taste the sweet waves of yeah, it's true, but it doesn't say that here. To taste the sweet waves of the nectar of transcendental love for Krishna, as well as give that nectar to others. He has appeared in the transcendental abode of love. See, to taste this nectar and to give it to others. So if he's tasting this nectar and you're the other person out there watching that, and you think, that's weird. I don't like that. He's a sahaja. You know, the people said that in Varanasi. He's just an emotional devotee. Well, you don't get it until you become favorable. The Lord made those sannyasis favorable. He was relishing bhakti so deeply, like these verses and everything. His bhakti and devotion became so powerful that he could manifest an effulgence that attracted even those interested in Brahman, and qualities that would even attract and humble the proud. You know, he became very sad in a dirty place, and he was thinking, I'm just so unworthy, like Haridas Thakur, this mood. And that even attracted these offenders. They actually were proud and very offensive to devotees. So the bhakti is very strong. See, one who is untouched by any piety, one who is completely absorbed in a religion, or has never received the merciful glance of the devotees, or been to any holy place sanctified by them, will still ecstatically dance and loudly sing, and even roll about on the ground when he becomes intoxicated by tasting the sweet nectar, or the nectar, of the transcendental mellows of pure love of God given by Lord Caitanya. Therefore, therefore glorify that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And to get it, we have to associate with devotees. If you associate with devotees who have that mood already established in their heart, who worship the Lord like that, you show just by showing favorability to that. Then the Lord says, "Oh, you're like appreciating my devotees. If you appreciate my devotees, you're actually appreciating me." We just read that about Jesus, and about Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said, anybody who appreciates my devotee is actually appreciating me. See, Jesus spoke the same thing. Anybody who appreciates you is actually appreciating me. If they don't like you, they really don't like God, because God is ecstatic. Whoops. See, he even jumped off the thing here. See, God is ecstatic. If you don't like the ecstasy of God that manifests in the body of the devotee when they're preaching mellows, devotional mellows, then you really don't like the deeper form of God, even though you're a religious person, and even though you're in the mode of goodness. Even you could be in the mode of goodness, but you don't know the God of ecstasy, of Vrindavan. You know the God of rules and regulations. See, so the Lord has a form like that, more Vaikuntha, So, but you may not like ecstatic Krishna Vrindavan. See, so, but that's what's being preached in this world since the time of Lord Caitanya, for those who really want to know God, the deeper form of God, not just God in the form of his material manifestation, say like in the form of a woman or a man, or money, or wealth, or a boat. Since Lord Caitanya, he's preached, I want to show my ultimate form and manifestation, this raging, ecstatic, devotional mellows, where to show my form like that, where sometimes I'm crying, sometimes I'm laughing, sometimes I'm in separation, sometimes I'm in union. This is my ultimate manifestation. And I will show this here personally and through my devotees. Okay? So that's a real disciplic line. If you want to find a real link in the Vaishnava disciplic line, you find a devotee who is ecstatic in that same mentality and mood and munificence in preaching. Okay? Then you found the real line if they're preaching it, if the Lord is empowering that. Otherwise, it could be just seminal. 500 years is a long time. And people now are praising this kind of devotional service in name only. Most disciplic lines are like that. They're praising it in name only. They put in the book, well, you see, and we do it in the closet, but we never show it. We're not like Lord Caitanya and Nityananda showing it to the public, preaching it and giving it to the outcasts. And no, we don't do that. We only give it if we give you Brahmin initiation, and then you're not qualified to be a Brahmin. We got the lines that say all kinds of things. Oh, you weren't born a Brahmin, so we won't give it to you. Or we have to make you a Brahmin, then you'll be qualified to get this devotion. And I'm just saying, it's all right. But this devotion is non-sectarian, man. It is a gift, whether you're a Brahmin or a non-Brahmin, you know. You just got to meet the devotees and like them and hang out with them. Appreciate it, become their friend. You know? And then the Lord in the heart says, here, take it, man. It's a gift, a free gift. You like my devotees. You like their preaching. You accept them. Oh, here, take the gift, man. Oh, you guys chanting 1, 2, 3 lakhs, but don't like my devotees? Keep chanting 1, 2 lakhs until it's like telling them to sit in a corner with a dunce cap. You didn't get it yet. You get it in charity from meeting my real devotees. You go, well, that's really harsh to say that. Well, hey, man, I'm preaching what it says here. This is a gift. If it's available, if you're thinking you're going to get it from your own attainment and all of this, then you're not reading. You don't understand this literature. You haven't heard it from those empowered with this bhakti. You haven't heard the story, or really, even if you read it 1,000,000 times, you still haven't heard the story of a brahmachari who only drank milk, had no sex, and he was austere and humble and everything, and he got thrown out of the kirtan of Lord Caitanya. Get him out of here. You can't get this by just drinking milk. Okay? Oh, bring him back because you were humble enough to approach my devotee Srivas to get in. That's good. See, the Lord taught 2 things in that. You can't get in on your own big austerities. And you went to my devotee, my simple devotee, who probably he eats vegetables, you know, and you drink milk, but he's my devotee. You know, I have a relationship with him, not you yet. But since you appreciate my devotee, you came to him numerous times to humbly get into the kirtan, and you asked him like this, you appreciated my devotee, you come. By the mercy of my devotee, then you can come in. See, the mercy of Krishna follows the mercy of devotees. That's Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's preaching with Durya Kandabini. The mercy of Krishna follows his devotees. Krishna sends his devotees out first, who are empowered by him, and whoever accepts them, they get into the kingdom of God, regardless of being super austere or not. They're just taking shelter of the Lord and the Lord's devotional potency that he sends. Close to it, being friends with it. You don't even have to be a disciple or a big disciple. All you have to do is hang out with the devotee who's here. Be a friend. They teach you how to be a friend with Krishna. See, whether seen, touched, glorified, remembered, bowed down to from afar, or worshipped, Sri Chaitanya gives the nectar of pure love of Krishna to his devotees. Are you a devotee of Lord Chaitanya? People say, yeah, I'm a devotee. Okay. When you glorify Lord Chaitanya, when you remember Lord Chaitanya, when you bow down from afar 500 years from the time that Lord Chaitanya came here, or worship Lord Chaitanya, do you experience the nectar of pure love of God? Because if you're a devotee, you will. I mean, that's the words of the verse. They don't lie. The person who is a devotee, when they remember Lord Chaitanya, sometimes they cry. When they chant the Lord's name, sometimes they cry, sometimes they laugh, sometimes they get this nectar. The nectar of that devotion makes these symptoms appear. So, what's the alternative? If you're not a devotee yet, and you don't have that nectar, you're not relishing that nectar of ecstatic love of God, hang out with the devotees, and you get it spontaneously, because the Lord still gives it in charity when you're around his devotees, when you give honor to those devotees who are, and you come close to them. You believe in them. You believe their teachings are all based on this ecstatic devotion. They are inspired by the Lord in the heart. See? So if you think those revelations and realizations are good, well, that's what gets you through into that level of ecstatic love. Right? Because it's the Lord empowering those teachings that come from the devotee. They don't have to have any high standing or low standing. It's beyond all of that. You just have to be a devotee. See? So this whole poem, you'll see in it where he says, unless a devotee comes before me who worships the Lord in these moods, I won't see this kind of devotion. I'll see Vaidhi Bhakti, rules and regulations being preached. I'll see impersonalism being preached. Okay? So that's what we see. All these other paths are being preached because either a devotee hasn't crossed our path or we're not favorable to them for whatever destiny. Maybe we're not ready or attached to something else.
Could that have something to do with the birth?
Explain that a little more, what you mean.
Well, I'm just thinking that birth after birth is much like a staircase, and if one is faithful and one is desirous of the love of God in your heart, and in association of a devotee, then by his mercy you would be graced with this step, and birth after birth, you come up the ladder.
That's like it can be like that. And we can't know all the God knows everything, and so people come. It could be because of their progress from many lives and all of this. But I'll tell you, this incarnation is so powerful that one can get this love, and that's what we're reading here. Let me read the verse again to just show you the glories of this incarnation, where it goes beyond a progression thing. You could be a huge demon and get delivered even immediately. See, one who is untouched by any piety, who is completely absorbed in irreligion. See, a person that doesn't have good karma, man. who has never received the merciful glance of the devotees, never been on the holy place sanctified by them, will still ecstatically dance and loudly sing about on the ground when he becomes intoxicated by tasting the nectar, the mellows of pure love of God given by Lord Caitanya. See? So anything is possible with this incarnation. It's just a matter whoever becomes favorable. I mean, whether one is pious or impious. See, everything, the Lord is so merciful that he's not demanding that, well, you have good karma, you know, and you've been worshiping me for many lives and all of this. Therefore, I'm going to give you this ecstatic love. I mean, he may, we could be like that. I mean, we could have been worshiping the Lord with many, many lifetimes, and we come into this lifetime and then we recognize the glories of the Lord and his devotees and get it. See, there's no bar to that. But the Lord is saying also, whoever is just favorable to this bhakti, whoever believes in my devotees, them there. I don't care what you were, you know. You could be the worst demon, and you will get this devotion. See? So that's this incarnation. He's so magnanimous and munificent that he's delivering everyone, even regardless of their good karma or bad karma. Just take shelter of the Lord through it and his devotees. Chant in their association. If anybody is thinking like this, if anybody is thinking, maybe in the future birth, the Lord will give me well, anyway, I don't want to get into that. Too controversial. It's not necessary. You know, I think it's getting a little bit late here, so we probably should end this here. Probably really late for you too, huh? Did you like the class today, or whatever we did? Discussion.
Always, Gaurahari, always. I truly relish the opportunity to come and be here with you and Sachi and the other devotees, you know, that maybe are not sharing vibrations, but at the minimum, they get the opportunity to hear at least you, and those vibrations are what's important to me. You know, there again, you know, I'm a different case. So, yeah, I'm just so grateful that I get this opportunity because, you know, it day by day I get answers of questions that have plagued me for so many years, and there are other devotees who fill in other little gaps. You know, I can't be anything but grateful. You know, because you know, and truly, you know, I wish to put on record how thankful I am that, you know, the Lord is allowing us to, you know, have this communication and association, because that in itself is a glory, you know, that you don't get by, what did you say, chanting a laugh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, but, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Achi is really, you know, helping so much so that we can do this. Otherwise, without her financial support, there's no way I would be doing this. I couldn't do it. I'd have to just go to Vrindavan and Mayapur and then just Madhukari or something. But this is going out because Sachi is doing amazing, tremendous service over the years. And it's just getting stronger and stronger. So, thank you very much, Sachi. Huh?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
I've been cooking dinner, and I want you to know that even though I don't get the laughing and the screaming and the bliss show up like that, mine comes as a low level foundational, keep me going goodness. But I have my personal challenges. I definitely have the anxiety that wants to creep in, the concerns of over-focused on the problems of the world, constantly attacking me. And so I'm benefiting a lot. I just don't talk about it much.
Yeah, the troubles Vaishnavas have end in bliss.
Lots of trouble.
Yeah. Sarvabhauma, he quoted a verse or made up a verse. He said, those who endure their karmic reactions and still keep looking for your mercy, become bona fide candidates for your mercy. So there's always stuff that we have to deal with, because of our lives, and our reactions would be a lot worse than they are, but the Lord is taking so much. But whatever we do, just to hang in there, because the obstacles is in the world and all that, and it's going to end in an amazing gift. It's like when Jesus, I saw this beautiful thing on a computer. Jesus is coming down with his loving hands, and he said, well, I didn't say it was going to be easy, but I said it's going to be worth it. See, so everybody's going to have their struggles and stuff. You just keep doing it. Just keep worshiping the Lord, man. It's just, Jagannath Mishra said, those who worship Krishna have a happy death. I love that. They have a happy death. Those who really worship God, they're like that. You attain fearlessness more and more. So anyway, everybody just hang in there. It shows that we really want God, and do whatever we have to do. All right, great. Well, thank you all. Have a good night.
Pray for our devotee friends out there that have their challenges too, can't seem to make it to class, listening to other philosophies. We have to keep praying for them.
Keep praying for them. That's right. All right. Okay, good night, guys. I'm going to start ending.